know if I want to share this. This is so embarrassing. This is the video you've all been waiting for. The money talk. Because money talks. That doesn't make sense. Today I'm going to compare the expenses of my old life in my 2-bedroom apartment in the Northeast versus my new life traveling full-time in my Toyota Corolla across the United States. So here's the breakdown-ish by category. Expenses fluctuate month to month, so this is an approximation based on a few months of reviewing my spending habits. Rent in my 2-bedroom apartment, which was 800 square feet, was about $1,210 per month. And they were slowly raising it every year. They would bump it up about $50 every year. They were trying to get it up to $1,400 a month, which isn't terrible for the Northeast, but not fantastic. And my car rent is free because I paid it off back in 2017, so I don't have any car payments on it. So that is a big goose egg. But the car is about 2 square feet, so yeah. Now on to insurance. Insurance costs pretty much the same for me month to month. The only thing I dropped was the renter's insurance. Insurance for me in my apartment costs $158 per month. And insurance for me now costs $142 per month. So a little bit of savings there, but just about the same. I'm just moving to the back seat to get a new shot. Welcome to the back seat. Alright, I have to reposition this. Give me a second. Alright, welcome to the back seat. I have to slouch a little bit because, yeah, I can't sit upright, but that's fine. So on to utilities. Utilities was pretty expensive where I lived in the northeastern United States. The electric was ridiculous, to be honest. And as anyone who knows, in the Northeast, there's a lot of humidity. So the winters get really cold and the summers get really hot. So there's only about 2 months of year where you don't need to run the heat or the AC. The prices fluctuated from $80 to like $180. For the sake of this exercise, we're going to say I spent about $130 a month in utilities. And as for the car, I don't have an electric bill. I have a solar panel setup that I use for my battery. And also I use free electricity at places like coffee shops, laundromats, malls, libraries. You could pretty much get a plug anywhere. So, and then I also have my solar setup that I use, which is free for the sun. Yay! I just almost hit my head, but I didn't. Score for Angie. Okay, anyways, my phone bill has been the same for many years now. I have Mint Mobile. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just really like them. They're $30 a month for unlimited data and talk and text and stuff like that. And it's really fun because Ryan Reynolds bought the company a few years ago, and now he sends Christmas cards. Usually with his face on it. It's usually a self-portrait, but they're really hilarious, and they always say something funny on the back. And yeah, this year he sent a tattoo, which is also really funny. But yes, it's $30 a month, and I honestly had pretty good coverage. I mean, in the middle of nowhere, nobody has service, no matter who you get, really. So it is what it is. But I've had in remote locations, I've had surprising amounts of coverage, so it's been working for me pretty well. Internet in my apartment costs me $80 a month, and I don't actually have an internet on the road. My phone service does provide a hotspot that I'm able to use, but also I'm able to get free Wi-Fi at like libraries, coffee shops, laundromats, etc, etc, etc. But honestly, I don't have need for much internet. My unlimited data plan works pretty well for my phone. I just need to look up different locations and weather, so I don't really need the internet too much. So it's been working out pretty good so far, knock on wood. Now laundry. In my 2-bedroom apartment, it was super luxurious and it did not have a laundry in unit. So I actually had to walk to a separate building and pay laundry out of pocket. So it came to about $24 a month. And honestly, on the road, it's also been averaging, I do it about once a week or once every week and a half. It also comes out to $24 a month because, surprise, surprise, in my Corolla we do not have a washer or dryer. Though I have seen they have little cute ones that you could buy, or you could always do the old-fashioned way, in the river. But laundry prices do fluctuate on the road. If you're on the West Coast, just assume you're paying double for everything and triple for gas. Sorry, West Coast. Now, car maintenance. Car maintenance is a really tricky one to guesstimate a monthly expense because throughout the year you have to work on different things, and as your car gets older, it needs more work, and it really just depends. But for the sake of this exercise, I'm going to say that car maintenance for my apartment life was averaging about $30 a month. I'm gonna say for traveling, it's about $50 a month. That probably isn't too accurate, but you know, we're just gonna say that because it's really hard to come up with an accurate number for that one. But we haven't had any major issues so far. I really need some wood to knock on. Now on to subscriptions. So in my apartment, I had this thing called a television where I would watch stuff on to entertain me rather than staring at storm clouds or birds or other hikers. Anyways, so I had a television and I paid for a lot of different entertainment services and subscriptions and stuff like that. I mean, I also borrowed some subscriptions from family members and friends, but like, who doesn't? So in my apartment, I was spending about $65 per month on subscriptions. And in my car, the subscriptions look a little bit different. I no longer have any entertainment subscriptions, but I do have stuff for YouTube and as well as my Planet Fitness subscription, which is $25 a month. So in total, I'm spending $45 per month on subscriptions living in my car. Now, food. Food has gotten more expensive, especially this past year, so I'm going to sort of update based on the new prices. So for food, I actually eat the same amount that I did in my apartment. Weird, right? I spend about $320 a month on food, about $80 a week it comes to. I will say, for the West Coast, you guys have more affordable food grocery options than we do on the East Coast. Like, you have grocery outlets and Winco Foods and stuff, very affordable options. And we have people playing with their dogs in the background. This is public land for you. But the $320 also includes like paper goods and toiletries and stuff like that as well, so not too bad. And both lifestyles came with a variety of miscellaneous costs. In my apartment, I would go out to dinner with friends, buy new clothes, or random things off of Amazon. You know how it is. So I spent about $200 a month in miscellaneous things. And for my car, the miscellaneous costs include like entrance fees for state parks, because the National Park Pass doesn't cover that. It also includes campsites when I'm in a pinch and I can't find anything for free, or if I randomly need an Airbnb to give myself some space. The miscellaneous costs add up to about $160 on average per month for my car. Okay, now for the most embarrassing part, gas. This one is also really hard to guesstimate because prices fluctuate depending on where you are in the country or what's happening with the economy and everything. But the point of the story is I drive way too much. So let's start with my apartment. In my apartment, I would spend $200 a month on gas because my commute to work was a little bit far. It was about 20 minutes each way, so that added up a lot. And then also friends lived farther away from me as well, so I would have to drive quite a bit. I'd probably fill up every 5 days or so. But luckily, I have a very economical car, and I get about 40 miles per gallon. On the road, I don't know if I want to share this. It's so embarrassing. Okay. Anyone who's watched a couple of my videos knows I'm usually running from weird weather conditions like wildfire smoke or storms or snow. So I've kind of been driving more than I should, I would say. I honestly spend between $80 and $200 per week on gas. For the sake of this exercise, I'm going to say I spend about $560 per month on gas. And yes, I know that's insane. I'm ashamed of myself too. It's so sad. And it hurts. So $200 per month in my apartment and about $560 per month on the road. But that's also a very generous number, I would say. But we're trying to make a good video here. So now, the grand total. The grand total for the apartment was $2,447 per month on average. Obviously, it's going to fluctuate. And the grand total for the car is $1,331 per month. So while traveling across the United States, I'm actually saving $1,116 per month. I'm getting to see the most beautiful places in the country while also saving money. Now, I know my accommodations are less than ideal, but honestly, the whole point of this was to use what I have to see what I can see, you know? For me, it was never about the apartment or about the car. It was about the experiences and my relationships that I'm building along the way. Honestly, the accommodations, it doesn't matter to me. I can make whatever work. You know, you kind of adapt to your situations, and I know that this is not comfortable or great, but at this stage in my life, it's fine for me to travel out of my car. It fits in my budget, and it's not completely terrible, to be honest. It works. And I think that's the important part. And I'm able to get to where I need to go to see what I want to see. Of course, this is not for everyone, but I just wanted to share my experiences because I feel a lot of people are holding back because they're like, oh, I don't have a van or I don't have an RV, so I can't travel. But I'm just here to show you that there are possibilities. It's gonna come with more discomforts than other traveling means, but at the end of the day, is it about the accommodations or about the sights that you're seeing? It's been uncomfortable, but with a little bit of perseverance, ingenuity, and determination, and a lot of discomfort, I was able to figure out a way to see the country while also using everything that I have already. As I sit here hunched in the back of my Toyota Corolla, I'm just so grateful for this car. It has shown me the world and the most beautiful places in the country, and for me, that is priceless. So if you were interested in seeing where I'm actually traveling to, subscribe to follow along because I do a lot of travel videos, and occasionally I do some of these videos where I talk about what it's like staying in a car, but honestly those videos are boring because this thing is so small. But yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Honestly, for me, I'm living the dream while also saving money. That's just incredible. It's not incredible as being outside. That's not in the winter. It's not incredible. But I mean, if everything was perfect, that would be just too much. We need some character building here. We gotta go through some struggles and some, you know. This is definitely not for everybody, but it is possible, is what I'm here to say. It's not great, but it's possible. Because really, you can make things work. You just gotta be a little bit creative and then also sacrifice some of the things that you want, you know? It's a compromise. It's like being in a relationship, but with your car. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess I should just end the video. Guesstimation? Is that a word? I don't know. I should really do better planning for my videos.